Okay, here's the long version of the Fleur de Wench collection. You know, you would think I'd be better at figuring this out. Let's see if we can lower you down a bit. Okay, yeah, let's stick with that. All right, so the Fleur de Wench collection is the watercolor floral collection that I created in February as part of the 10 by 10 project, for sale in March. So we'll have the KoFi listings up to test hopefully tomorrow, and then you can purchase to collect March 1st. Wow, I can't believe February has flown by. So I had issues deciding on names. I was thinking to botanical, like Latin names, and I realized the intent of the Fleur de Wench collection was to honor some of the women in my life. So I just named them after the women in my life. Both good and bad, right? So this one, these were all made watercolor on board. Some very nice watercolors, some of my more custom order watercolors. So there's a variety. These are not shiny, unlike like last month's collection. These are not shiny, but they're beautiful. So this one is Lily and Grace Daffodil Face, and I want to I'm gonna lift you up a bit to bring you in on the details without losing all the light, so you could see beautiful details. Get closer to light. There we go. So I love this, and I do the faded the faded background color. So you'll see there's the light color, and then there's white. I don't touch, not with watercolors. It's a personal style thing. So again, this is Lily and Grace Daffodil Face. Then one of my favorites from the collection is Penelope's Plump Peonies. And I really love how all the watercolors listened and the peonies turned out just absolutely gorgeous. I love how they turned out. This is one of my favorites in the collection. And I know Penelope would love it. So this is bright, this is warm. You got all that beautiful layers of yellow. I love it. That may be my masterpiece. If that's my masterpiece, this is my second masterpiece. This is Becky. Look at my blooms. It is not quite as vibrant. You can see this definitely more yellow, more red. It's a little bit cooler tonally. You can tell by the leaves. There's a lot more blue-green in there than yellow-green. See the difference? But I love the big giant blue. The bloom's as big as your head. And that inspired me. So that's Becky, look at my blooms. Then we have Dog Fuzz on Nicole's Imagination Tulips. So instead of a vase, we did a wrap on this one. But it's still, all the vases and the wraps have the purpley color theme. And because the tulips were blue, true blue, I made this more of a blue purple than, say, pinky purple. So there's a little bit of variety in the collection. But you can see beautiful details in the stems, the detail work in the leaves, and then that light wash again. This one is Miranda Bloom in the Room. And it's again, it's not as boom in your face. This is definitely more of a pastel-y yellow versus the bright pop of peony yellow. And that's why it's nice to be able to kind of compare everything as well. This is more bluey. This is a little more light. Love it. So that is Miranda Bloom in the Room. And I'll bring over the others. This is Tiffany's Totally Tulips. And I would say that color-wise, this one is definitely comparable to Nicole's. You got that purpley, that blue purple in there. This one has a cooler tone for the leaves. This is yellow-green. This is definitely blue-green. And then we have Miss Kristen's Calla. Now this is definitely, you can see all the amazing detail work, but as far as colors go, this is one of the ones that if you put them all next to each other, they don't necessarily, this is the one that doesn't match. Everything else will match, but this is one of those standouts in the collection. This was definitely inspired by the human that we absolutely love. And I really loved doing the detail work on the leaves. I wanted it to be not quite as soft as the others. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's Miss Kristen's Calla. And this one is for everybody's favorite unicorn, Audrey's Awesome Bouquet. And there are all sorts of little hearts and butterflies hidden in there. And you can see the distinct wash that gives it a little more shape. So we got the stars, we got the hearts, we got the butterflies. So this was definitely specialty crafted for my youngest. This is Sarah's Simplicity. This is one of those classics. This is a classic. And I love it because of the color tone, it has the cooler colors and then it has that pop. This will match anything and go anywhere. And that's kind of, that's Miss Sarah. That's Miss Sarah to us. And so I really love, I'm gonna get the detail. If you get the details on the blooms, there's a lot of little detail work in there that turned out just beautifully. I really love how this turned out. So that's Miss Sarah's Simplicity. And last but certainly not least, this is my Beautiful Chaos. This is Jessica's Beautiful Chaos. And for me, I love anything big and alive. I don't like cut flowers, like, no offense. But these will live forever. And I love that there's that pop of the yellow and the orange against the pink and the blues. And it's just so vibrant and full. And that's how I feel with my life. It is beautiful chaos. If somebody else were to look at it, they'd be like, oh, that's awesome. That's great. It's beautiful. But when you're in the middle of it, it can be a little overwhelming. So I definitely named this one after myself. And again, there's a lot of little detail work in there that I really appreciate. But watercolor florals are absolutely my favorite thing to create and craft. So let's see. Let's get the little bouquets together. Let me see. Instead of all those separatist flowers, we'll get the collections of flowers. So these guys are going to be our larger bouquets. And then we have the wrap. So here's our tulips. If you're a tulip fan, this is Tiffany's Totally. This is Nicole's Imagination Tulips. And reach for the others. Of course, our peonies and Lillian Gray. So we've got a whole bunch of warm and cool colors all together. And I'm really pleased with how this collection turned out. Definitely one of my favorites to make. Again, this stuff is all favorites to me. But I look forward to hearing everybody's feedback and everybody sharing their favorites. And please, I will have originals and prints for sale. Let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to continuing making. Thank you for supporting my art. It means the world. Thank you.